All right, now in theaters, Dark Waters tells the shocking and heroic story of an attorney who risks his career and family, all in the name of justice. Joining us now, Mark Ruffalo, who stars in the movie. Hi, Mark. How are you?
Good. How are you, Alexis?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be talking to you today.
Yeah, you too.
I saw the trailer, and right away I was just like, whoa, this is something that is going to get your attention. Were you familiar with this story before you took the role?
I have to be honest, I wasn't. You know, I read it in a New York Times Magazine article by Nathaniel Rich titled The Lawyer That Became DuPont's Worst Nightmare. And I was just blown away by it. It was the biggest corporate crime probably in American history, plus a cover-up, and I knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
And it just had all the elements of I thought would make a great movie.
Yeah, maybe a lot of people didn't know about it. Based on a true story, set the scene for people of what this movie is about.
Well, it's about a corporate defense attorney who basically gets a call from a farmer in West Virginia near where he lives and grew up, who's a friend of his grandmother's, and this farmer says his cows are dying because of a landfill that DuPont has next to his property. Of course, the lawyer, Rob Bellot, tries to convince him that he's got the wrong guy, that he usually defends chemical companies.
Yeah.
The farmer says, "Your grandma sent me," which stops him in his tracks. And he decides he's going to help this farmer out, make a few phone calls to some of the companies that he's already working with and defending, and basically uncovers, the biggest corporate crime in American history, and it's a 20-year journey of selflessness, of heroism,
yeah.
of just deep belief in the American justice system, and the fight on behalf of this, working class community, conservative community, church-going community to get justice.
Yeah. Did it make you kind of look at big companies differently as you took on this role and looking at research and all that went into this? And again, it's based on true life events.
Sadly, no, because we see the same story repeated again and again, whether we're talking about opioids or tobacco or fracking or climate change or, glyphosate in our food systems. It's the same story over and over again. Big corporations creating bogus science to steer the debate and muddy the waters and basically rake in corporate profit over the lives of Americans. And at the end of the day, we're sick, but we have to pay for our health insurance and the cost of making ourselves better. And we're just caught in this vicious circle, around and around and around we go.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, too, because you also starred in Spotlight, where you played a reporter exposing the cover-up of sex abuse in the Catholic Church, again, based on a true story as well. Are you drawn to these types of roles where you play the savior, if you will, and helping the public, kind of see, what's going on in some of these roles that you play on the big screen?
I am drawn to it. I have a deep connection to social justice, and those, I think, as an artist, that's one of our functions. It's one of our responsibilities to tell those stories, and they're usually, for me, I think like things that have a community sort of centering. Where we're hearing from the community, and then people doing their jobs, a journalist doing his job, a lawyer doing his job on behalf of these people who don't normally have a voice, who have been turned away by the political process, who have been turned away by the economic powers that be. And this format is really, really important, and to get these messages out.
Yeah, the everyday unsung heroes, if you will, not just the Incredible Hulk.
That's right.
Thank you so much for your time, Mark Ruffalo. We wish you all the best.
Thank you, Alexis. Have a great one.